420, damn it.
So what are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is how much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
And here we are. Ooh, what the heck in a hind basket was that?
I don't know what you do.
Dale.
Dale? Did it?
Dale did it.
Thanks, Dale, for ruining the 420 radio show, dude.
Fuck, man. You fucked the fucking intro.
Ah. Oh, well.
God. Let's do it again, shall we? No, I'm kidding. Hi, how are you?
No, let's don't.
How
are you?
I have to open up my windows here. And have you anybody been keeping track of what's going on with Amber and Johnny this week? Anyone?
I think it's all set up in a scam.
You think so?
Why would anybody else's whole thing be on fucking TV? Where do people watch it? YouTube?
Everywhere.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The explanation.
YouTube. I just see clips.
The explanation I was given, not given, I saw, was that Johnny didn't want. Darcy, you're gonna have to mute, but
how do you know it's Darcy?
Because he doesn't have his microphone. Oh, he's got his microphone. What's going on?
Got his headset.
I'll hit mute. See what's moving.
Let's everybody hit mute and see what's going on. La 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 la. It was Darcy.
I was Dale.
You think so? Let's play. Anyways,
it's Dale or Darcy. So
what was I saying?
Oh, Amber.
Yeah.
Amber and Johnny.
The reasoning that he gave, well, his people gave, was he didn't want to go through the aftermath of the courtroom press thing out front and her going like this. He wanted everything out in the open. So.
Yeah, but she would have had a consent.
Yeah. You know what?
Listen, this just feels like Andy Kaufman shit.
Yeah, I know. No, I know.
Taking the next extreme.
But the long and the short of it is, he lost out on his character there. His Jack Sparrow.
He lost
character.
out on Disney.
And
to be honest,
but
the last fucking 4 movies sucked.
Darce, can you mute and see if it stops again, please?
It is Darcy then. Sorry, Darcy. I was hoping for you, dude.
She was fired from Aquaman 2 this last week. So,
They didn't finally get rid of her?
Yeah, they actually dropped her. Yep. So, whatever's going on, I don't think whatever's going on is worth their career. But he's going after her because she defamed his name, and he's saying that he lost Disney because of it. So,
Exactly, and it's true. I mean, Disney dropped him right away, but now Disney wants him back, and he's saying, fuck you to Disney. So
$300 million is what he gave up, or he lost, or whatever. So
Fantastic Beast movie, too.
And an alpaca. He said he wouldn't go back for $300 million and an alpaca.
Okay, we can hear you now, Darce.
So get him the $300 million and a llama.
I'm going to break Johnny Depp's heart. Really. When did fucking Pirates of the Caribbean come out? 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And what has he really done that was great since?
Well,
snort coke with Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
No, but like he's.
Oh, but you're saying that like it's a bad thing.
He's not a great actor, but really, what has he done in the last 10 years that's been like, oh wow, great?
Yeah, exactly. But this is because of her. He's blaming her. They've been married how long?
Well, just hang on, because I'm going to go find out.
Oh, we're gonna bring up the Johnny Depp movie list. I'm not denying he was a great actor, but is he passing his time?
He is, he's just
He's done so many characters. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's some good, some bad. Like Edward Scissorhand was classic.
No, he had a terrific run. I'm just saying he can blame his career.
And
Pirates, I don't think was going anywhere any further. Like I think it's done.
No, they've already signed on a female to do to continue the franchise, but without Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, I'll break Disney's heart too. The franchise is over.
Probably, yep. Now, moving on to other things, Kevin Spacey was finally formally charged in the UK with some indecent acts. I guess.
Who was?
Kevin Spacey. He's back in the news again.
Oh, yeah.
Four charges of sexual something in the UK. You know that he's going to move out of the UK pretty fucking quick to a non-extraditable country.
Switzerland.
No, he was a kick-ass actor.
Yeah.
The last Pirates of the Caribbean that he did was in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I didn't watch it because I got sick of them.
That was Salazar's Revenge.
Actually, Lenny, what about
then
Top
he went
Gun?
to Fantastic Beast.
What's that?
What about what?
You gonna go see Top Gun?
I'm going tomorrow. Actually, my wife wants to go.
I want to go see it at the drive-in.
Listen, it's a whatever. It's a movie. Everyone has seen it. I'm just trying to see how well can it be done so many years later. And
apparently, it's the best fucking thing out there.
They say it's going to have $100 million box office.
It would. That movie was so massive.
It's going to be a Tom Cruise summer. This one, Maverick, and then the new Mission Impossible, who is also supposed to be out of the fucking world.
He's got that's out this summer.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Actually, I want to see Jurassic Park.
There's another one that's coming out. Yeah,
and the last one sucked.
And I'm not a horror movie kind of guy, but I'd like to see the new Winnie the Pooh when it comes out.
Yes, I saw that. I haven't watched the preview. You want to watch the preview? I'll load the preview.
Did you say a horror movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, they turned Winnie the Pooh into a horror movie.
Hold on, let me get it.
Because Christopher Robin goes off to college
and forgets about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Where are we here?
And they had to eat Eeyore.
It's called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And we have to mute the ads. And let me share this here, up here and down there, and then
make it bigger. Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute here. Here we go.
The Waterfield, who wrote the film Winnie the Pooh. Blood and Honey will see Pooh and Piglet as the main villains going on a rampage after being abandoned by a college-bound Christopher Robin. Christopher Robin is pulled away from them, and he has not given them food.
This obviously isn't the trailer, so let me see if I can find the actual trailer. This is another one that doesn't look like a trailer either.
Was that the official trailer?
No, there's no official trailers yet. Yeah, it really did. Okay, Winnie the Pooh official trailer. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, this movie looks like it was shot on somebody's fucking iPhone.
Yeah, I know.
I think this is a scam.
Oh.
Well, let's go find out.
Which they thought it.
I hit the wrong button.
They thought it was until they actually had the director that actually filmed. He actually filmed the movie because Winnie the Pooh is a public name now, or a public domain.
Yes. Yeah.
Or something.
After 20 years, it becomes public.
They had it on the radio this morning when I was listening to KBBI this morning. They had the director on there talking about it.
Well, I'll see. Al had me all excited a few weeks ago when he posted like Scooby-Doo 3, and I think that was fake.
That would be good, Lenny.
No, that was supposed to be good. It's supposed to be another one with the original characters.
I know. I actually enjoyed those movies.
I did too.
I watched them with my firstborn, and I was kind of hoping to come back.
I'm waiting. If Maverick is in the drive-in this weekend, I'll be going and getting the boy. I want to see it at the drive-in. Like,
there's a guy, like, he's weird. We all know he's nuts, and some of his movies are insane. But Tom Cruise, like, really, the career that man's had is insane.
Yep.
He really puts out pieces of shit.
Sometimes
I asked
he
Google.
does. You ask Google?
Really?
I asked Google if there was actually a scary movie or a Winnie the Pooh movie. Disney's got no involvement. And someone has made a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. It's called Blood and Honey. Yes. And the first images suggest these versions of Winnie the Pooh, Winnie and Piglet, are a bit darker than you remember. Rise Frake Waterfield wrote and directed the scary flick, which stars Amber Heard, Taylor, and Chris Cordell as Piglet. So yeah, they're just masks that they're wearing in the movie. So
okay.
Yeah, like I said, it looks like it was shot
a fan movie.
It looks like it was shot on an iPhone. So,
but anyway,
just say that there was probably a very limited budget.
Yeah,
like
$4.50.
The cost, no money, no Disney money behind it.
The cost of the cord.
No. Disney has no involvement with this movie whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, my only sadness for Maverick is there'll be no Iceman.
He's in it.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's just a little high. The man can't speak.
Yeah, and they said that this is probably going to be his last role.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's just a very minute cameo.
He plays an admiral. Plays an admiral.
He has to use the you guys seen his Val documentary, didn't you?
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. I got a clip here of an interview. You'll see what we're talking about.
Uno puede ser el peor hijo.
Oh, be quiet.
Pero la madre...
Blinga, blinga, blinga.
On Amazon Prime, it's the Val. You should watch it. It's a really cool documentary. He filmed his whole life.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, yeah?
It's very cool.
It was very well done, and it wasn't just a me thing, right? Okay, so here we go.
60-year-old throat cancer survivor Val Kilmer, who is reprising the iconic Iceman in next summer's sequel, Top Gun Maverick.
I don't know nothing. That's all I can tell you.
Do we really have to work? Damn it.
Entertainment Tonight was on the set of Top Gun back in 1985, so we want to show you something, okay?
My father was in the Air Force. I was excited to be able to get to see an aspect of the Navy that civilians can't see.
Val, what do you remember about that?
I remember tearing my haircut 3 times a week.
Talking can be a challenge at times for Val, but his outlook couldn't be more optimistic.
How are you doing?
I'm doing terrific. I sound like I've been run over by a cement mixer, but I feel better.
You can see Val in his new film, Pay Dirt, which hits theaters and on demand Friday.
I got you.
The project is particularly special because he co-stars alongside 28-year-old daughter, Mercedes.
I just want to be your dad now, if that's okay.
Thank you.
What did you learn from working with your dad?
How to work with actors with different abilities, like my dad's speech being compromised, and how much we all have to gain from hiring more actors with different abilities.
Cool.
Well, I hope he has a good role in it, but I can see them just minimizing.
I've been looking. I haven't found it yet. So I'm
sure it has to be fairly limited, which is sad because he was another guy that was a great actor.
Yeah, he's done a lot of movies, but he's also done a lot of pieces of shit. I think everybody has.
Well, I don't know about that.
There's a few that aren't
Val
so
Kilmer?
great. Yeah, there's a few that aren't so great.
Listen, man. He was fucking Doc Holliday in Tombstone.
Yep.
That was probably the greatest fucking role in the history of man.
Yeah.
He was badass in that movie.
He did a really good impression of Jim Morrison, too, in the Doors movie.
Yes.
He was good in that, yep. No, Duke can act.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Val Kilmer.
Oh, he made he made a really sexy Batman.
We were talking about, yeah, that's right. He was bad. We were talking about the new Top Guns. We were doing movies when we started, so we just kept going.
Hey, Top Gun. Fun fact. Did you know the original roller coaster that they now call Flight Deck at Canada's Wonderland was actually named Top Gun when they created it?
Yes, I went on it the day it opened.
That was the very first roller coaster I ever did in my life.
So that's another fun fact.
And it was Top Gun.
There were two cars for that thing, and can you guess their names? One was named Maverick
and Goose.
Iceman. I think Goose might have been the backup.
I went to the opening day for that ride, and they opened it on Media Day that year, and I still have the what do you call the things that they wear with their information on it? Military guys, tags. Yeah, they gave out tags that say Top Gun on them, right?
I remember
for the ride.
that.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore.
Dog tags. Yeah.
Did you just go to Canada's Wonderland?
Yes,
Were you there for the store?
She's probably been there 2 or 3 times by now.
So super funny. We went the day after the storm, and I shouldn't be laughing because I seen the video and I didn't think it was all that funny, and I wouldn't have been very happy if I was the person that was stuck on the behemoth just before it goes up the hill. They left them on the ride.
25 minutes.
It was I get it. It's safer. They're strapped in. You don't want to send staff up there, and you can't bring the ride backwards. It's not safe to send it forwards. And when you stand in line for an hour for a ride, that there's a chance that
you're not coming back.
This is why I always have joints. Everybody would be calm, cool, relaxed, and laughing.
Except you can't get it in the park. You're not allowed to consume any sort of smoke in the park.
Yeah,
I don't know the full story, but they're stuck on top of the roller coaster.
Yeah, well, they were just at the bottom before it goes up the hill.
They had just started. Yeah,
starts. Once it gets to the top and it's released, there's no stopping that ride until the end.
It's all free fall.
Right. Yeah, but you see them sometimes they're stuck like this. That's because something
the chain stopped or something. Yeah.
Yes, it tripped a switch and said, "Hey, man, it's not safe to
Brakes
let this caboose go down. So just wait a sec." Yeah.
So
I love rides.
But you're up there stuck in a raging storm, and you can't go anywhere.
They were getting pelted like this. They were.
I was at the trailer when it hit. And that area, apparently a tornado touched down in Uxbridge, which is not too far, and then continued across. It started in Godrich, I believe, is what it said. But I was at the trailer. It was nice and sunny, and then all of a sudden everything went gray. And at one point, the trailer shook, okay? And everything just went flying everywhere. And then the power went out. Yeah,
how long
we got lucky here.
3 days, but I came home with David because what were we going to do? And I mean we could have stayed. I mean I could have used the generator. I could have plugged into the car or whatever. But we were both a little. It wasn't. We weren't scared, but damn, it shook us.
Yeah,
you also weren't in a house either.
Well, that's the thing. I was standing when it actually went through that area, whatever the storm they're calling it. I was standing with the door in my hand, and it got pulled out of my hand. And I opened the door to see what was going on. We could feel stuff and see stuff, right? Stupid idiot opened the door. I don't have a bathtub to hide under,
not the trailer.
And tornadoes.
I ran out to the car. I ran up to the car to move it up top because I'm not going to get stuck down there again. So
yeah.
Well, I have a friend Al that lives just on the other side of the lake.
You said that she had no cell service or anything.
No internet. So here's the stupid thing. She had the generator hooked up. She had the internet hooked up to the generator, but the internet on the other end, on the company's end, wasn't working.
Yeah, that's it.
So
it
she
dropped
was left
down.
without.
It dropped down. I'm on Rogers, so she would have been on the same on the same system that I'm on.
Yeah.
And because she's just at the other end of Rice Lake, right?
Yep.
And so Rogers was giving me, when I went up, when did I go up? I don't know when I went up.
Well, that storm was Saturday, right?
Yeah, so when I went up this week, there was power. I had power. It had just been turned on. Hastings was off still. They were off for 2 more days. Campbellford was on. Everything around. Now, the Alderville reservation was on a generator because First Nations has a generator that powers the whole town, I guess, when things like that happen. So all of the pot shops were open. Okay, except nobody. There was no money in the machines. There were no stores open. We had just gotten there. We were only there maybe an hour. We hadn't even gone shopping yet. We went. I said, okay, once it was over, let's go into town and go shopping. Lights are off.
Yep.
It was creeping going home because there was a lot of trees down right in the middle of the highway, that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, it was freaky at nighttime because you drive past an entire
tree.
You'd go out. It would look like you were in the country because it was so dark. But
I don't drive up there at night.
Shit.
I won't drive up there at night. I don't want to get hit by a deer or whatever. And I know deer are there because they walk right across my property.
Well, can we bring up the fact that we absolutely cannot go cashless? If we went 100% cashless, how many people would have starved because they couldn't get gas or they couldn't get food or they couldn't get...
We had to drive down to Coburg to eat. We had no food up there at all. I tried to get some food from the corner store that was still open. They couldn't ring it in. I said, can I come back later or tomorrow with some money for you? I had $20 in my hand. They wouldn't take it.
Yeah, because some stores don't know how to fucking get out a pen and paper and write down shit and figure out tax and give you change.
I feel sorry for all the little stores that were shut down for a week because, the grocery store in town, they had when I was up there the other day, they had a bin full of food, rotten food, right in front. Yeah. And they weren't open yet. So they're cleaning out their old shit that rotted and stuff, It's
how many families they could have fed.
There are still homes without power in Ontario. It went right through right over to Quebec. Quebec was knocked out and everything. Yep.
We went to Wonderland the next day and we watched the fireworks, which were really cool.
I saw a video.
But it was chilly.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, it was chilly.
Why am I even trying my Shatterizer? There's nothing in it. It's just because it's right here.
Well, we can't see you, so we'll have to take your word for it.
No, because we're watching you smoke a joint.
I know I'm amusing, but I mean, I want to see Lennie trying to keep his eyes open.
We're gonna do this, okay?
Yeah, that looks yummy. It looks like
Marcel is falling asleep, or he's reading.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to share this on Facebook.
Oh, did you look at the news that I shared earlier? By chance?
Yes. Yeah.
Is it about Cannabis?
There's lots of news in there, actually. What's Cannabis news?
Oh, just that it's coming up soon.
Oh.
Isn't it next week?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is next week.
I'm pretty sure it is.
There's a few coming up.
I really wanted to go, but I have prior engagements because, I got to make money and feed my family.
Money.
Yeah. Yeah. Although, if somebody would like to pay me to go to Cannabis, then yeah, I would love to go.
Yeah, your phone's going to start ringing soon. Listen. Oh.
We can start a GoFundMe for it.
If we start a GoFundMe for anything, it's not going to be to get me to
hey, what
Cannabis.
happened?
It's going to be to get me to Harvest Fest.
I got sick of that, that there was a time when everybody was doing, like, I was sitting here and you know, with the kids that were killed this week, they're already taking donations. People are sending emails out. We need money to help these families and that. But I mean, it's like they're coming from like Gmail accounts and shit. It's like, be careful with that stuff. It's horrible.
Don't ever give money to that shit, man. Not thinking with the kids, but you just don't know if they're scamming you.
If you
want
and how
much the money goes to them.
Exactly. If you want to make a donation to a cause like that, go to the actual source. Okay.
You know what? There's on the there's a website the government has that tells you every registered charity within Canada.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about registered charities. I'm talking about that little fucking button on Facebook that says, tell people you need donations.
Oh, well, I need donations, but like, I don't know. I was raised by a man who was raised by, okay, so my grandfather came from Sicily, barely spoke any English. Taught my dad really hard lessons in life. He says, your wallet is your best friend.
Is your name Sophia?
Sophia.
What is it? Sophia Petrella? Golden Girls. Picture
Picture this, Sicily, yeah.
Picture this. It's from
Is that her name,
Trapani,
Sophia? Sophia Petrella? Was that Sophia something, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It blew me away that she was the youngest one on the whole show. But she played the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So my dad used to tell me, your wallet is your best friend, and that it'll never betray you. It's always there for you, obviously, unless you lose it. So don't lose your wallet. But everybody in life is going to be separating you from your money. Doesn't matter who it is. They want to take your money somehow. Whether it's the person at the store or, you know, I'm like,
Or
so
Trudeau.
I'm always like, how I got to keep this money here? I don't want to be giving it away so easy.
Yeah.
Well, this may come off mean, and I don't give to, like, if there's a earthquake somewhere, I don't give. I don't. There's enough struggling people in the town or within physical distance that I reach, or my own network of folks. I will help them.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
At least I know.
You can't say you don't help because you don't.
I do, but I don't help. I don't do things across the world. Like, I feel bad when I hear there's a tsunami somewhere or something, but I have an issue giving money because how do I know it goes to those folks?
Yeah,
okay,
that's the thing.
You know what my issue is what about Syria? What about Haiti? What about all of those?
No.
What about
right.
them anymore? Nobody cares about them
but
anymore.
it's
because
not.
That was like years gone
by.
I feel for
right,
them.
but
I
look
do
what
give
happened
money
in
to them.
Haiti, where so much was given to the Red Cross for Haiti that never got to Haiti.
Well, I
see,
don't
and
give
that's a different issue, and that's probably why Lenny's saying I don't fucking give.
No, I care, but just I don't give to like Diabetes Association or Canadian Cardiovascular. I just don't.
No,
I refuse to give anything to
Darcy's
cancer.
got nice bud there, but no, there's usually somebody struggling that is local to me.
Yeah.
Or a friend to me, or connected to me.
Yeah. You want to see where the money goes. You don't want to just hand it over. And like you say, Red Cross didn't give
issue.
it.
I'll be the first to say it. Lenny's helped me out before, and I thank him every day for it.
Yeah, well, that's also not. You don't have to do that, Darcy.
I know, but you know what I'm saying, though. Like but people in your own community, like so.
No, but that's my. I guess that was the gist of my point, though. Is like,
I think it's more so not that it's just people in the community. It's because the money that you're donating, you know, is going to help that person directly.
Yeah,
I know it gets
not going to an organization that has a CEO, a
Marcel's
marketing
right
department.
On, right? No,
right?
I feel for those people.
If you're a registered charity, such as the Heart Foundation, MS Society, there's a good example. Due to the MS Society, probably gets $250,000 a year or more, plus bonuses, stock options, things like that. Then they've got all of the money that has to go towards marketing, advertising, getting people out campaigning for donations to pay all of those salaries. So I don't know what the numbers are now, but I know when I first started out with all this crap, only 10 cents of every dollar collected actually went towards patients, but it never actually went to any patients. It went to research and things like that. So there was nothing that was ever actually given to the themselves that would actually assist them.
And that's always been my kind of, like, it's a tough call, right? Like, they obviously need money for research and there's big things, but I like giving money to people I know or locally, but even like locally VON. Like, I know VON does do a lot of good things in my community.
And they're helping people locally in your community.
The hospice society, things like that, right? They are doing things locally that I can see.
Yeah.
So that's all. That's what I mean. Yeah. But like but Al's right. It's like as soon as a tragedy goes up, there's a internet fund me, especially with the internet. Lord fucking knows where the money's going nowadays.
Well, there's a good comment right from Hillary. She's
I second that.
2 times breast cancer survivor. She refuses to fund pink ribbon anything. Too many running around in fucking pink caddies.
Yeah, no, it's true. I won't even buy tissue paper if it has a fucking pink ribbon on it. I'm like, no, I don't care if it is on sale.
Okay, so this is the one that I always like to bring up when it comes to charities and things like that. They brag about how much money the Terry Fox Foundation has brought in for cancer research. And they literally got billions and billions of dollars all put towards cancer research. And they couldn't find a cure for cancer. But they come out with the COVID vaccine in 6 months.
They're not even willing to look at cannabis. That's the fact. That's the reason alone why I won't fund anything cancer, because I'm like, there already is something that can help people with this, and you're pushing it down. Why? Well, I refuse to fund that.
Because they can't make money on it.
Yeah, well, I'm not funding
They
that.
can only make money on it if they can duplicate the effects of the cannabinoids with synthetic materials. So they tried with THC, nabilone, sesame, etc. Didn't work. So then they can't synthesize all of the cannabinoids.
They're trying.
they can try till the cows come home, but there's an awful lot of them, and they don't know which ones do what. Right?
Well, they do. Like, here's the thing. And I'm actually going to talk, like, I'm using oil of oregano just for my stomach right now.
Yeah.
And it works fabulous. But they know it's got something to do with the marinaric acid and the carvacrol and thymol. But it's not like you just take those 3 things and it's going to do the same thing. There can be other things in there. It's the ratio of it, whatever it is. Works fucking
as well
great.
as the terpenes that are in it.
Exactly. So you just can't synthesize it perfectly.
So, in that aspect, they'll never have a cure for cancer because the pharmaceutical company won't ever let there be a cure.
And your doctor will never prescribe your oil of oregano.
No.
Your naturopath may.
Yeah, and you can get naturopaths that may prescribe you cannabis. And I'd like to see more naturopaths go to the cannabis route, especially for cancer patients.
They're only allowed in certain provinces.
But they can suggest to their family doctor to do the prescription.
They can, but they're, you know what? I may be wrong, but I don't know if naturopathic physicians and a lot of medical doctors jive.
See eye to eye. They should, though. They should work together.
Some do.
Yeah.
These Tate's Bake Shop cookies are fucking awesome. I've eaten the whole bag today.
My brownies are
That's
fucking
the tagline
really
for the
awesome.
Commercial right there.
Yep.
That's funny.
I got the oatmeal raisin. And they're the only ones that I could find.
Are they store-bought, or is this like a bakery?
Oh, where's my camera?
I've never seen them before.
Hillary wants to know if they're diabetic. I'd like to know that too.
No, they are not. They are
they
off
make
the
you
shelf.
diabetic.
I'm already diabetic.
What bud's that, Darcy?
They're off the shelf at
really
Metro.
Nice.
Dry ice, Lenny.
Your grow?
Yeah.
It looks really good.
It's really good, actually. I got some for you, actually. I just got to get it to you.
I gotta get my book.
You'll really like it.
I was going to say, did you get
the book is at the house.
Marcel got to trim it.
When do we hear this Misty Moon ice cream is being made again, Darcy?
Yeah.
Ice cream for a book?
As soon as we find enough owners for the rest of it.
That's what? 4 more liters, right?
5.
So
let's start a GoFundMe for Marcel for the...
Oh, no. He knows I'll take
we
one.
can see where the money goes.
Buy my ice cream, please.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's all on Darcy now.
Yeah. Thanks, Len. Now I gotta sell. Now I gotta sell ice cream.
We'll put the link up the show at the end of the show.
Why won't that go down?
So
I'm trying to. I gotta put my thing on mute here in a second because I'm trying to vacuum seal this bag of weed.
That's illegal, Darcy.
No, it's not.
What is?
It's my medicine.
What do you mean? What part's illegal?
I was going to get educated there. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
I know, eh? I'm kidding.
I gotta find that link.
Now I'll mute you, though.
It is kind of funny. Go back.
What was some cannabis news this week?
I got one that I wanted.
I put a bunch in our chat, Len. If you want to
Yeah, no. We may as well. How much did Canopy lose?
Yeah. Now we'll get to Canopy. I was asked this question the other day. But I was asked this question the other day about how many live plants can you drive with or carry in your vehicle.
I wanted to know this because what if I was giving it away to more than one person?
Yeah, Marcel, I wonder who asked you that question.
Yeah, Marcel, I want to ask you that question too.
No.
Yeah,
I thought we asked Jack this question though.
But no, because I was asked this by somebody
Jack online
wanting to know how many plants they could carry in the vehicle.
I thought it was 0 according to Jack.
And then this article come out about
Jack's not online.
In Ontario. And an individual in Ontario tried to avoid a ride check at 1:30 in the morning.
Yep.
And I mean, the cops looked for that. So the cops went after him. And when they stopped him, they located approximately 2,000 cannabis plants. So a 36-year-old will appear in court at a later date. Now, for the person that, if you're listening and ask me the question, it's no, not 2,000 plants, because you will get busted.
I think that's probably 1,996 too many.
Yeah. In Canada, it is illegal for a person to have one or more cannabis plants that are budding or flowering, or possess more than 4 that aren't in a public place, putting this individual at 2,000 times the legal limit. So you can only have 1 flowering plant or budding plant, or no more than 4 that are in veg.
We've seen a few idiots in the community do this.
2,000 plants, though, in a car. Yeah, 2,000.
It wasn't 2,000 plants. I think it was what was it? It was like 200 and some odd, I think. But still.
Well, no, this was from the article. They said 2,000 plants.
No, I'm talking about somebody I know who got.
Oh, okay. Duh. Jeez.
And if they're listening, they know who they are.
Oh, they're not listening. We aren't friends.
Okay, so this...
That doesn't mean they're not listening out.
Exactly.
Fair
they
enough.
could be.
This article has me asking a question to Lennie.
Oh, God. Here's another question for Len.
Well, the Canadian cannabis producers overdue excise taxes more than triple to $52 million. Have you guys been paying your taxes?
We have been. I've been hearing that other. I heard with this story that others aren't.
Really?
$1.2 million worth of excise taxes owed in Atlantic Canada.
Well, I'm going to make a comment here because I ran a business for like many years, and I have like royalties, I have taxes, and I pay them all on time. I didn't really know it was an option not to.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's maybe why CRA has never, knock on wood, they've never come knock at my door. But
I worked for a company and we had the best policy ever. And if the CRA took on that policy, you would have everybody paying their bills. Mm-hmm. And we offered a 3% discount on your total bill if it's paid within 15 days.
Oh, yeah, I've heard like companies doing stuff like that, yeah.
It fucking worked.
Well, but in the end, the government will get their money if they want it, or you go under.
Yeah.
It's just a
these
matter of time.
companies are going to go under.
Yeah, that's why I would say they're not paying. They know they're going to file bankruptcy.
25 million owed in the prairies, 17 million in British Columbia.
Yeah, I did hear about this story. I did hear this one.
So
I'm still trying to figure out how he had 2,000 clones in a car. I took 4 to a friend the other day, and they were fucking scraping the ceiling.
Depending on if you had them in trays, because you get 100 to a tray, so that's only really 20 trays of clones.
Yeah, it can be done.
Was he got a van with fucking shelves and shit? Like,
it didn't say what he was driving.
It was probably a truck or a van or pull down SUV.
So I was just reading Hillary's comments, like, rooted? Yeah, like, did they have roots? Like, they must have been babies.
Every time I see one of those U-Haul or Enterprise trucks on the road,
yeah, especially
the
this
first
time
thing
of
I
year.
think of is, I wonder how many plants they got in there.
Yeah.
Interesting. What did you say? In Atlantic Canada, it was 1.2 million owed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy.
According to that article.
No.
25.
According to this, for Atlantic Canada, it's 2.8 million total.
Oh, it's 2.8. Oh, wow.
For all of Atlantic Canada.
There's not that many LPs, and I will say Truro Cannabis is not one of them.
Well, they talked about, they actually brought up Figure in there, when we all know who owns Figure, or who they own in Atlantic Canada, so.
Oh, they actually mentioned Figure?
Yeah. Well, the guy in there said it comes down to paying your employees and turning the lights on, or paying the government.
Well, that's not good for the share price, then.
Nope.
If you're making that statement.
Yep, that's what I was thinking, Lennie. And Tantalus Labs, they talked about the guy from Tantalus Labs, or I think I said that right, Lennie. He was talking in there too.
Were they?
I actually read that article.
Say that again. Where are they from?
The Tantalus or Torellus or something Labs.
I think it's Tantalus.
I thought it was Tantalus. I would have said Tantalus too, to be honest. We're East Coasters.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I get to laugh at you guys just once.
You bunch of Ontarians.
Anyways,
some chips. My daughter brought me chips.
That's all right. You guys are from where? Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I would have said it the same way, Darcy.
I know.
I think it's Tantalus.
There goes my donation to MJ's Harvest Fest GoFundMe.
Oh, you don't want to see me do another painting this year? Come on.
And I want to be bragging. It's not like Truro's rocking the world and making bank and all this stuff. But
but you're paying your bills.
I'm just surprised a public company would say that statement. It's either pay employees or taxes.
Well, it went $52 million is what was owed as of March 2022, up sharply from $16 million owed in 21. They cite falling marijuana prices and fierce competition as among the factors making it difficult for producers to pay their excise tax, which is levied on a variety of products. The cannabis industry is making a choice whether to pay its taxes or keep the lights on. Dan Sutton, CEO of British Columbia-based cannabis producer. Yeah, okay. How do you guys say it?
I think they're doing bad business. If
Are you saying it Tantalus or Tantalus?
I thought it called it Tantalus.
Tantalus or Tantalus?
I don't know. They're a lab in BC.
What does the word Tantalus mean?
I just keep hearing Tantalus.
To me, it sounds like scandalous.
Sounds like a fucking spider.
It's a vineyard.
No. Yeah.
All I can see is Len. His mustache is moving because he's eating. I looked over and his mustache is like.
Well, the sheer irony is, and again, I don't know anybody at Figure, and I'm not wishing them any harm because obviously they have people working there that need those jobs. So
Your neighbor's outside with a gun, dude.
Hey, wait. Shh.
Oh, I shouldn't say that.
But in
no,
the
he's
end,
not.
It's pronounced Tantalus.
Tantalus.
Yeah. Oh,
I googled it.
Darcy, East Coast rules.
Yeah.
Tantalus
well, I feel
is.
Like if you're a company and you don't pay your taxes,
You
you're
have
not
to pay
going to
your
have a
taxes.
company to have employees to pay anyway.
Let's
I
ask.
I find it ironic because are they not owned by a tobacco company, primary shareholder?
Yeah.
Who have
British,
lots of money.
British tobacco, isn't it?
I don't know, and but there is a bit of an issue out there from the Health Canada federal government standpoint. They started putting $1 excise tax. I'm not trying to justify it one way or the other, but when they put these big taxes on, those LPs back in the day were going to be making $7, $8, $9 a gram. Many of them are making $2 or $3 a gram.
Yeah, they ain't getting what they.
You know what I mean? Like, but the tax never changed percentage wise. So, like, almost 25-30% of their income is now taxed.
But in that article, it says it's correct me if I'm wrong, Marcel. It says LPs pay $1 a gram, or the equivalent, or if your grams are more than $10, the equivalency of 10% of that.
Oh no, there was a clause that like there is two, but no one ever made over like that other tax level never ever happened.
Oh, okay.
Like, but there is it's $1 per gram unless you go over a certain dollar value, but no one's ever gotten that.
So can you guys help me out here? I'm a little confused. Okay.
Yeah.
If I was a business and I charged you $20 for something and you just paid 13% tax, it's $2.60 tax. You give me $22.60. I should be taking $2.60 and sending that to the government, right?
Yes.
But you gave me the $2.60. If I needed more money, I should have charged $25 for that.
Yes.
So then that's their bad business shit. We're literally, as consumers, giving you the excise tax to give to the government. Even Jody and Mark Emery, when they had cannabis culture down in
they were
Toronto
paying
on
their
Church
taxes.
Street,
They made a big deal out of it.
They paid taxes.
Yep, they made a really big deal out of it so that because people were saying, so they just put it all out there.
I don't understand business, but isn't that a bad business practice to collect money that's not yours and not give it to the person who you're supposed to give it to?
Yes. But in the end, I'm just trying to say, I can feel why they may be struggling because of a couple different reasons. A, the price per gram has gone down. Not necessarily a bad thing, but they started a whole business and size and everything based off X whatever. Mm-hmm. If you're up here, but now all of a sudden you're only getting this much, your options are to close, lay off people or whatever, or go on. Like, I get their struggle. Like, I don't wish their struggle onto anybody, but you should pay your taxes.
So, another question here in Ontario, I know you can register for an incorporation, which you get this a number, and then it says Ontario Incorporated, and then like I've seen. Once you have that, you can open up other businesses like underneath. You could start like a cleaning business. You could start a bakery, whatever you wanted.
Nude house cleaning.
So whatever floats your boat. But if that business goes under, that business goes under. There's still like this business, your incorporation up here.
The hierarchy.
Does that still happen with cannabis? So that way they don't care if they pay their taxes because they're just going to go bankrupt, fire everybody, and just start another company.
Well, you've seen it happening over the last few months.
Why the fuck have not gotten into business? I can do this if they can do this.
You don't have $1.5 million.
Capital
Go fund me. Let's start a GoFundMe.
There's all kinds of accounting tricks out there. Like, I know people that have opened 4 or 5 businesses or like they're doing well now, but that have closed or lost money and they just filed for bankruptcy and opened something else. It's done all the time. I think I couldn't live with myself, but apparently it goes on all the time.
They protect corporations, but when somebody else is having issues, they allow the sheriff to come and remove them from their home.
Well, I can't even get past the writing the business plan part. I've got it here, but when it actually comes to putting it on paper, I'm like, I can't do it.
That's why there's many consulting firms out there.
A lot of the big public companies, I know what they try to do. They're like, let's go big, big, big. They made terrible projections, things like that. But the biggest thing that happened was there's a bottleneck of being able to get your cannabis to market. And lots of LPs are struggling with that. Like, you don't get to sell in Ontario unless OCS lists your product. You don't get to sell in Alberta unless Alberta lists your product.
How many provinces are like that? Out of all
every
of them?
province,
they're all like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you submit, and I know some LPs that are going under because it's like we can't get our product on the shelf, and it's like, well, you probably should have been prepared for that scenario, but it is a risk.
Everything's a risk.
It hurts actually R&D. I laugh at OCS sometimes. They're like, oh, we're looking for new and innovation, things like that. Well, it's hard for companies to come up with innovation. It's like they might do it. It's like, no, we don't want it.
Yeah, it's like we want your new shit. No.
But the biggest issue, and to me, besides the tax, and that's out of everybody's control. But the biggest issue is it's kind of like the only commodity or market product produced in Canada that really may not ever be able to get it in front of a consumer. That's it. Can't sell it on your own. You can't get it. Listen,
it's all I can say.
Oh yeah, no, but like if I wanted, what's a chain in what do you use, Canna Cabana, Al, or somewhere?
Yep.
One of those chains.
Yeah.
Oh man, we really love Churro Cannabis's hash. Guess what? They can't buy Churro Cannabis's hash because OCS chooses not to list it.
So they can only buy from OCS listings. They can't buy from any other listings.
Yes, same in Alberta, same in BC. You can't sell direct to the store.
Yeah, but
that is so wrong.
Are they not looking at
direct? And the only way to direct to consumer is medical. And
are they not looking at changing? Sorry, I got cooking in my mouth.
I think it'll change.
Are they looking at because they are readapting? They're re-looking. They're rethinking. Right. So.
Yeah, but OCS still, like right now, OCS is saying they're making all these changes. They're calling them flow-throughs and other stuff. But the only way cannabis companies have a chance of surviving is to be able to either open their own stores or sell directly to a dispensary.
So tell me about, they're making the change where brand stores like Canna Cabana can buy directly or have bread directly from an LP.
They cannot buy directly.
Okay, so they can have an LP grow their own brand now, or will be able to.
Yeah, but if Canna Cabana, what's one of our hidden pastry or whatever. Mm-hmm. So if Canna Cabana wanted hidden pastry, OCS has to list hidden pastry, and then we have to send it to OCS with Canna Cabana's logo on it
for approval.
But every dispensary in Ontario has the right to buy that product. So Spirit Leaf could buy Canna Cabana's hidden pastry.
Yeah, that's going to cause conflict of interest and shit.
It will change. It just takes them a while to figure out when they set up these models that it's not really going to work.
It's silly because you can't call a pink kush. You know?
Yeah, but
you can't call purple teddy bear a strain because it's too familiar to the kids. Purple teddy bear. You know, I mean, that'll be yummy.
There's some, not many.
Yeah.
No, I think Health Canada has been okay for most of the name.
I don't know.
There's been a few that have been weird, but.
Well, I would like to see LPs being able to sell their strains or their cultivars right to the dispensaries.
I think that would help the dispensary. I think that would help the dispensaries get more margin. I think it would help the LPs move more product. And be honest, I think OCS would end up making more money, and they could probably ease up on their systems a little bit and don't need such massive warehouses and chaos.
Is Vancouver allowing the events and stuff like that?
What do you mean events?
Like in Ontario, you couldn't have a cannabis event here if you. It doesn't matter how much money you've got at this point. But Vancouver, their thinking is different, right? Because cannabis is a real big part of the culture there.
I haven't heard. I hope they get to. I that's another thing. I think cannabis should be at 19 plus festivals and consumption.
So, I was at Lyft
at Rock the Hub.
Hold on,
there's a good example.
Yeah,
that's an outdoor event.
Yes, that's
right?
what I was getting. That's what I was
And
getting.
they had
At.
spots last year to consume.
Mm-hmm.
What was that, Darcy?
Then they had spots last year for you to consume.
Oh, listen! You can consume. You can consume at a 19 plus concert in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
If they allow smoking cigarettes, you can consume cannabis.
But the LPs can't sell it there.
No.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah.
Now we were talking at Lyft.
Well, technically, actually, Darcy, I think it's technically illegal for them to consume there. Just nobody polices it. They don't care.
There's rules when you're selling alcohol in an establishment.
Yeah.
You cannot consume cannabis at the same place.
Even if there's a smoking area.
It doesn't matter if there's a smoking area. And honestly, cigarettes
in
a public space, yes.
Okay,
but in
so
private space, they can change.
Here's a funny thing. Okay, that happened at the lounge. It technically was an illegal establishment because we allowed smoking on the premises. We had several events where they went and got a alcohol license and hired a server and got approved. And, they have to put exactly where this is, what it is, and blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, I don't get that because they allowed a liquor license to come into a cannabis lounge for an event, although it was a private event, and they had a server there, like a carded server. I don't get it.
No, it's another funny thing about Rock the Hub. Again, just as an observer, we were there just as an education.
Where is that?
Churro. It's a local concert in our Churro area.
Okay, because I've seen stuff.
We're going to be there again this year, and we just put up a tent and give the lovely hats like Al's wearing right now, and just say, hey, this is our products at NSLC. Any questions? Whatever. But the funny thing is, last year I was there and I was overhearing one of the alcohol vendors talking to the other alcohol vendor, and it's like, how much did you make last night? We pulled in about $55,000 one evening.
55,000.
And the other funny observation is usually by the end of the night, the RCMP are coming in and security is stopping fights, kicking out drunks, staggering. Ambulance are coming, picking up drunks, staggering, passing out. But that's all okay.
no cannabis. No cannabis sales on site because it takes away the effect of alcohol.
We need a concert here of enormous size that you can go and listen to music and smoke your weed or drink your beer.
I'll give you fucking
I just don't think it's any worse.
Or whatever.
why
Yeah,
couldn't it be
same too.
alcohol?
I don't.
Let
You know
people
what? I don't even like being around somebody who's had one fucking beer now. I'm sorry. that's how I am. I mean, you.
I
Can,
don't like being around people that are getting drunk.
I don't. I mean, having a beer or having a drink or a glass of wine. Yeah, but I don't even want to be around drunk people because it always ends up in an argument. Somebody who's high. I mean, we've had a couple of tizzies here on the show. We're all sitting here pretty stoned.
Yes, I am.
but that's different because it's like after 30 seconds, you're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, dead air.
That's my sound effect for today. So, Len, we had a chat at Lyft, and we'll talk about Lyft in a bit. But just a sec, Marcel's coughing. Okay, you had mentioned
alcohol doesn't cause that.
Sorry about that. Blame that on Darcy.
Yeah, that's the weed. You had mentioned to me that things might be changing to the point at as we were talking about Lyft, where
this
LPs
is
are going
speculation observation.
No, I understand that, but LPs might be able to, because they are talking about making changes. LPs might be able to allow samples coming soon. Right?
Well, Ontario announced that they are changing the rules to allow samples going to the dispensaries, so I think that'll start opening the door. But
So what do they mean by that? Allowing a little booth where you can go over and get a chocolate bar or a toke or a pre-roll? Or
I think if that starts to happen, I think the next logical thing is let the concerts or conference shows like Lyft give samples out.
I think that some of the
set up dispensaries to sell products.
Well, they should have. They've got kiosks down at Budweiser there at the stage. They got kiosks for everything. Are they called kiosks? They have burgers. They have Mr. Submarine. They have this. They have that, and it's all crap. But if you stuck a weed store in the fucking center, it's an outdoor fucking venue. Sorry, but we used to go to the Forum and get stoned listening to Peter Tosh. He would roll out onto the fucking stage with a doobie in his hand.
Right,
and they still do. Bieber walks out smoking a fucking doobie. At Budweiser stage. But we can't sit there and smoke a joint while we're watching the Biebs smoke one on the fucking stage or the Hip or whatever. I mean, it's fucking stupid. Sorry.
No, it is dumb, but no, I personally think Lyft is changing, and it is going more to that dispensary LP commercial.
Oh, it was so corporate up the wazoo.
It's going that way, but I also don't think it survives without the samples. Because really, why would a consumer go anymore?
MJ?
Well, I feel like everybody who, if they do the sampling, what's going to happen is everybody who works there is going to have, how
their certificate.
You have to have smart serve or something because you're going to be serving these people and you have to make sure that they're not getting intoxicated.
But you can sit there.
Well, you don't necessarily have to consume it at Lyft, but you can at least buy the product at Lyft.
Well, you should be able to, but when you're at the shopping mall walking down the fucking aisle and a lady sticks a cup of Cabernet in your face, you're allowed to sit there in the store and drink it.
Yeah, but she also has
Well, she works for the LCBO anyways.
So you have to have a special certification to know whether or not you can serve that person.
Great, more jobs for people in Ontario.
Or make it more difficult for people to get a job in Ontario.
That's happening anyways.
Put a round kiosk with 4 different pot shops, but a common center area. That way there's a selection.
Ooh.
But then you have to encircle that with one's got hot dogs, one's got nachos, one's got French fries, right? Because everybody's going to get the munchies if you put a half-decent cannabis supply in the middle of your events. Then you would have no alcohol sales how much money do they lose?
Don't know.
Yeah, and that's why, because the alcohol industry right now has a lot more money than the cannabis industry, because people like Canopy just lost another 25% of their value. And that's over last year. So, I mean, if those big guys are losing money and the alcohol industry is still flourishing because of these events, then the people have to get behind the lobbyists.
They, when the alcohol was banned from advertising in public, they took a few steps back because the alcohol companies fought them. So that's what's going to take with cannabis. I mean, they're slowly allowing things. I mean, if you did an event right now, would somebody come after you? Probably not, unless there was a bunch of complaints, right? So
yeah, because you can only have four in veg or one in bud. In public.
Actually, here's another funny anecdote. This week I went to an NSLC mini trade show for the NSLC managers and blah, blah, blah. And they had some cannabis companies along with the alcohol companies. We were allowed to bring some product, show it. Can't give it out. Can't do it, but all the alcohol people had like their little mini cups and shots. And here, you try your drinks, and they're all going to the tables and getting drunk. And it's not NSLC's fault. That is just what their laws are.
Mm.
But anyway, it was just another bit of irony.
It's baffling what people.
At worst, I should have been able to give them a joint or a bud. Here, when you go home, consume it.
You should be able to advertise your product, whatever. The tobacco industry has been doing it for years. The alcohol industry's been doing it for years. The pharmaceutical,
stadiums.
Exactly. Look at the pharmaceutical industry.
Moderna, I think's on the fucking wall at Fenway Park, I believe.
I don't know. I'm looking up for my video that I loaded that I can't find now.
But what did you guys think of Lyft? Like,
I went on the last day, which was what they called Consumer Day. There was not a lot of consumers there. But on MJ was there all 3 days. I went up. I borrowed somebody's pass, went up, walked around for 5 minutes, said goodbye to Len, and sat downstairs in front watching Marijane do handstands in the window. That's what but I was there all day. I was there all day. Yep, I was. I only saw a few people. I saw Ira and Amy, and I saw who else did we see? Marijane.
I seen lots of people.
Sarah Sunday.
We had lots of fun.
Had a nice chat with Sarah Sunday. There was a few other people that we saw, but there was not a lot of faces
I feel like
that
now
I know.
would be a good time to bring up the fact that Karma Cup is looking for a Toronto location.
Yeah.
Downtown Toronto on TTC.
Do you have any suggestions? Say hi to Sarah.
Yeah, no, don't send her a message and say, hey, what about a warehouse?
Yeah.
Or what about a parking lot? Yo,
No.
give the address, contact information. If you got a phone number for the person to call, even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't just be like, yo, I think I might have a field.
Well,
What field?
We had fun with that with Sarah. But yeah,
You
seriously.
had fun with it. You kept asking her, what about a warehouse?
No, we all did.
She's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
No.
Anyways, it was a car show. Right?
Hey,
What was that, Mary Jane?
It was a cannabis show.
It was a car show. It was laid out like a car show. It was very corporate. There was no consumer stuff there at all. It was all corporate and LPs. How many LPs were there, Len?
3.
You didn't walk around enough. Then.
Who were the other 2?
There was.
Mood Ring was there.
Yeah.
There was somebody else.
But no Tweed, no.
No.
And they the last one that I went to, was a few years
massive
ago when
thing,
Tweed
right?
was all over the place. They had the Trailer Park Boys there.
And Diva was there. I guess that's technically an LP.
They had that camper, right? The VW camper that they were showing off there for a while in their booths. But
now here's the rumor. What someone told me that they weren't there. All the corporate guys may have, wink, wink, procured their shelf space in dispensaries in Ontario. Now that they did that, they don't need to talk to consumers, was how it was portrayed to me. That's a story somebody gave me.
They don't. It is a different kind of consumer. You've got 2 levels of consumers. You've got your stoner, and you've got your not so stoner. We lost Marcel.
Yeah. But to them, they already had their sale because it's in the dispensary.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all they care. They don't care the end user, right? They care about getting their products on the shelf.
Our intent was to connect to dispensaries, but also in bud tenders. But hey, connect to a consumer.
You had a lot of consumers at your booth.
We did. Listen, to be honest, I'm glad no other LPs went because we did kind of okay.
Now, let me ask you a question. On your back end, when you came home, did you notice an influx of new customers?
Well, you just see the sales in Ontario. It doesn't translate that quickly, but
no. But I mean, on the web, right? You would have seen an influx of people.
Oh, we had some more. We had some Instagram, a lot of social media. It was kind of funny. You look down the street and you're seeing in Toronto, hey, our Toronto Cannabis hats are being worn and shit. So it's something you got to do. If people don't know you exist, they're not going to buy you. So,
but it's not fair that you guys LPs have had to find sneaky ways to do that because Health Canada and that.
Well, that's why we attend. There's only so much we can do, and okay, here's a 19+ regulated event that we're allowed to go to and don't get in shit for. So we tend to go.
I guess that Marcel and Darcy have decided to leave today. It can't be the internet because Dale's there.
Darcy, what the fuck just happened?
All right. Well, so let's listen to this song.
Why don't we go to break and maybe they'll figure their way back on?
Yeah.
I'm rubbing the arms of my chair.
She's rubbing the arms of her chair. I really like Player for Change, and they have a new video. They've redone Oi Como Va, and it's featuring Carlos Santana and his wife, as well as a whole bunch of other people. So we're going to listen to that today, and then we'll be back to continue our babbling here on the 420 Radio Show. Now, I got to do this first, and hopefully the guys will be back by then. Okay, here we go.
Hey, this is Cheech. And this is Chong. And you're listening to Lifestyle Radio. What is it? Lifestyle Radio. Say it one more time. 420 Radio? Woo!
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
Are you an independent musician? How would you like to have your songs played on hundreds of radio stations just like the one you're listening to right now? Join MusicSubmit.com and we'll promote your music to radio stations and blogs in your genre. It's free to set up your account, and we guarantee your music will be considered for airplay by radio stations worldwide. Why not sign up today? It's free. MusicSubmit.com. Radio promotion for indie musicians.
This is how we grow the weed.
There we go. Hi, we're back.
That was fun.
Wasn't that good?
No,
why did Darcy's music play?
What was that?
Darcy's, this is how we grow the weed music played during the intermission.
I know it did.
We lost our power completely.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
And Darcy's waiting for his computer to reload.
Yeah, then I had to wait for my rotor and stuff to load up.
It's I fucking hate it when it just flickers, everything shuts off, and then it comes right back.
And it reset everything except for the stove. The clock on the stove stayed the same.
Huh.
Which is cool. I'm glad.
I'm going to try it before the show's over. I won't say the name of the company in case it goes bad. I don't want to shit on them, but someone gave me a CBN 5 milligrams and a THC 1 milligram 60 ml drink.
Oh, that sounds tasty.
Have you? I'll have to ask for Marijane if she's tried it. I was given a sample.
It was a 5-to-1. Wait, it was a 5-to-1.
It's 5 milligrams CBN.
Yeah.
The total drink, I think this is the entire drink, and 1 milligram THC. It's supposed to make me go sleepy.
Well, sounds like it will.
And how fast does it say it kicks in?
I don't know. I'm going to have it in about 10 minutes from now or 15 minutes from now. I don't think it's that quick, but probably 30 minutes, I would think.
I just want to see what kind of an effect you feel. If you just feel tired or if you feel any psychotropic effects.
I don't think there'll be any psychotropic effects at all.
CBN is something that gives you that effect? Yes?
Makes you sleepy.
It makes you sleepy.
Okay, so it's the THC.
So what it is, it's old THC.
Oh, okay.
So THC breaks down to.
So breaks down to CBN, and that's what puts you to sleep.
So I have a question.
Dark yellow, brownish color trichomes.
Why do distillates make me grumpy?
Because distillates are usually Delta 8. And Delta 8 doesn't have the same effect that Delta 9 does on your chemistry, because Delta 8 does not convert hydroxy 11 THC, which gives you that really fucking high feeling from edibles.
Huh.
Distillate can have THC.
Yeah, some distillates can have THC. They'll have some, but the majority of the distillates on the market are Delta 8. So they don't have the same effect.
But yet they market it as THC.
Because it is. It's a THC. It could be THCA, and they could still market it as THC.
Well, most of it should be THCA, unless it's decarboxylated.
Yeah, exactly. But, well, no, some is made decarboxylated.
Huh.
I actually had a THC dissolvable tablet there this week too.
I have some.
Notice anything?
I'll look here. Let me get it.
It was what?
Which is what I think the point of it was.
I've got these, and I'm sure they won't mind me sharing this.
Can't see what that is. You didn't make yourself big.
Oh yeah, I only have one hand. There we go. Can't really read it.
I still get
it's very, very. But anyway,
it's very, very hard to read.
What is
it? Oh, where are they? I have another package here that has the candies in it. There we go. So I'll tell you what they are. They are it's corn syrup, sugar, water, natural and artificial flavoring, and distillate citric acid, and it's 40 milligrams. There are 4 in here, so you're looking at what, 10 apiece.
10 milligrams each, yes.
Yeah, and they are
distillate.
Of distillate. So let's see if I get grumpy before the show, shall we?
Yeah.
Or after the show, I mean. But yeah, they're good.
Tasty. What flavor was it?
Watermelon, and I'm not a big fan.
Is there a hard candy?
Yeah. Yep. But when they get softer and you chew them, you can actually, it creates a ball of distillate or whatever. You can taste it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's got that distillate-y taste.
Distillate has no real flavor.
You know what I mean.
Unless
It's probably
terpenes are added to it.
Who knows?
Whole plant oil has flavor, and some can be pretty disgusting.
Fico is horrible. Although I like
it depends
the
on the
taste.
strain and who made it.
Yeah, I like the taste. If there's too much alcohol in it, it's horrible. But I like the taste of weed. Period.
There should be no alcohol in it.
I know.
Yeah.
Zero alcohol, then it's not
So
an
is Darcy
extracted
done?
oil.
He's waiting for his stuff to reboot. I don't know where Mary Jane has gone to. Probably into the kitchen for munchies. Let's look at. We'll keep it big so we know when she comes back.
What was some other cannabis news?
Oh,
she's got a nice little chair there now.
I could go back and find it here. Hang on. I had all kinds loaded up.
Yeah, me too, but I closed all.
So back to Canopy, was they actually say the amount of dollars lost or just percent?
Let me find the Canopy one again. They lost 35% in their revenue dropped 35% or 36% in recreational sales and 33% in medical sales over the last year.
Huh.
Wow.
That doesn't sound so good.
No, not at all.
So I got a question. Who's winning?
What do you mean, who's winning?
Who's
Nobody's winning. Who's losing is a better question.
Who's making their billions of dollars in the cannabis industry in Canada like they do down in fucking California?
Nobody, because you know what? The only places that do it right now, the cost per gram because of taxes, what the actual producers make is so small. It's tough. In Canada,
remember,
down the U.S., U.S. they're still paying. They're still getting.
This is coming from the guy that just bought a new set of golf clubs. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but you got to realize that.
How's it? We got to talk about your barbecue.
But while the prices are going up on everything,
cannabis is going down.
The price on cannabis is going down, so it gets harder for those guys to pay their bills and grow that cannabis.
What's going to happen is once there is I'm no economic genius, but there's an oversupply of product, and supply and demand. When there's too much product, goes down. Right? Look at oil. I guess supply goes down, oil goes up.
Yeah, there's only 5 billion grams that's in storage, can't be sold.
No, but that is the issue. I think you're.
I'll buy it. Give it to me. Give me a good price.
What happens is you got the public companies. It's like, holy fuck, we got to get some sales out, so they start selling.
Yeah.
What happened is the first donkey company, and I'll actually call them fucking Hexo. You fucked everything for everybody.
Oh, come on, they have some good strains. Don't do that.
I didn't say they didn't grow bad weed, but they were bragging, we're going to be the $2 gram company. That's what we're going to do. And then they discovered, shit, we're losing money doing that. We can't do it. But because they dropped the fucking floor so low, all the other public guys chase them. And now everyone, now it's just standard. Nobody wants to pay any money.
I mean, I don't get how they can compete with the res as well. Because
they're no offense to the reses, it's a different thing, but Canada is way bigger than reservations.
No, of course there are, but there are many of them that are allowing cannabis sales.
Oh, they are, but again, Canada is a pretty big nation. And
2 or 3 stores,
places to consume.
2 or 3 stores have opened up in Campbellford, just around the corner from Wayne's there, and I don't know if they're doing any good or anything like that. But they're 5 minutes from the
Don't open a
res.
dispensary beside them.
Well, that's what I mean. This is like Campbellford here, and Alderville is 10 minutes down the road, and you've got 28 or so different dispensaries. I'm going to the res. I'm sorry. I am.
No, but that's just, honestly, if you open a dispensary beside a gray market or whatever legacy reservation, whatever way you want to call it.
Yeah.
You're asking for trouble. That's just stupid.
Exactly.
Someone downtown Toronto, they're not driving to the reservation.
I wanna while I'm here in the city this round, I'm thinking about going and looking at that store. There's a store from the reservation in Toronto. They've opened up a legal store here. Toronto is the First Nations store to open outside of the res.
Good.
I'll just have to find out where it is.
Downtown Halifax is opening up in a native run facility, built and run facility
as well. Yep.
As well. But here, you wanted some more cannabis news? Here's some cannabis news.
They're doing one in Pictou too, Marcel.
Yeah.
Where's
Woody
that,
Harrelson.
Darcy?
What's that?
Pictou, Nova Scotia.
Oh, okay.
But it's with a reserve.
Woody Harrelson's doing some big fucking things right now, with a strange partner.
Yeah. Woody Harrelson opened the doors to his West Hollywood, California cannabis business, The Woods, which includes a retail dispensary, delivery outlet, on-site consumption lounge, bar, and restaurant.
And tell him who his partner is.
Comedian Bill Maher and interior designer Thomas Shoes are partners in the adventure.
There you go.
Why do you think Bill Maher is a bad one? Bill Maher's been pro weed.
No,
forever.
not a bad one. Just a weird one. I mean,
I think he's been one of the most outspoken people for.
Yes, he has. Sure, he has.
And he's got money.
Oh yeah. I mean, and there's been others that are opening.
I thought you were going to tell me somebody like a Kardashian or something like that.
No. I couldn't remember who it was, but I knew it was somebody weird.
Well, the Roots, Darcy.
So Harrelson.
Yep.
Harrelson planted 4 hemp seeds in Kentucky in 1996 and reported himself in order to get arrested and take the case to court. He was charged with a misdemeanor, cannabis possession, but was acquitted 4 years later after a jury determined the state had not established a burden of proof.
Even though he turned himself in.
Even though he turned himself in.
I did it. Not enough evidence.
I'd like to hear that phone call. I wonder if it's on the internet. I'd like to hear that phone call. Here, let's see if it's on
Harrelson
YouTube.
said, "Hey, I'm liking Woody already. Woody's really becoming my hero." But Harrelson said the Woods will spotlight outdoor cannabis. And I got a funny feeling that might start the push to people growing quality outdoor cannabis to compete with the indoor cannabis that's costing the licensed producers a fortune to grow.
Well, listen, if you're in Canada, you kind of got to be an indoor. Like, I think there's great outdoor growing, but if you're going to be commercial in Canada, you're doing it fucking indoors.
Why not greenhouse it?
We
have the climate for a greenhouse.
To me, a greenhouse is still fucking indoors.
Have there been any successful LPs yet that are doing it in a greenhouse?
No, because they're all shutting down.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, they're closing them down because I don't know why. Because, that market is still thinking that the answer is that 35% THC.
Exactly. So
you can't get that outside.
Again, the greenhouse has a role, but it's not there yet.
Holy shit, Marcel.
Holy shit, what, Darcy?
The roots came back out the top of the fucking Ruckle Cube.
Oh, yeah, that's a good, healthy root system.
Where are the roots?
Hang on.
You want to do your grow thing now, Darcy?
Well, that's why I kind of got these out.
Okay, well, here, let's we already did the song thingy, so.
You're not getting to play twice.
Well, no, we can do it if you really, really want it.
No, I'm just planting some clones. These clones are When did you get your Skunk One clones, Marcel?
I don't know.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Those are 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Crazy.
Those are the cubes that you showed us a few weeks ago, right?
I can't even plant that. I can't even plant that in that pot. You know that?
Mine's already outdoors.
You're bringing them in at night, Marcel?
No. Mine have been outdoors for the last 2 weeks.
I've never put plants out this early, ever.
Nope.
But the weather's been cooperating, and I just didn't want it to be too hot to have to do it.
I'm not going to be able to do my 10 this year. Nope.
No, I have all of my gardens planted. So I've got my salsa garden is all done. And then...
Frost Tuesday, heads up.
Oh, yeah, I'm not worried.
Me neither.
Could you bring them in if you needed to, or you could just cover them, I guess, eh?
I can cover them.
Yeah.
Everything is grown in pots. So I can cover plants. I can cover my tomatoes, my peppers, my jalapenos, my cilantro.
Jalapenos.
Yeah, jalapenos.
That's
and strawberries. No, my pine berries.
Pine berries.
Yeah.
Dressed all over in jalapenos.
Yeah. But now we've got rain all day today, and they just loved it out there.
Oh, it's just going to help that root system go crazy.
Yeah. So I went out tonight, and everything looks great. Everything survived a day full of rain. But on the bright side, we're suspected to have a higher than average hurricane season this year.
Yeah.
We are?
Yes. It's because of the La Nina water pattern. It's cool in the Pacific, but warm in the Atlantic.
So it's going to make some for turbulent storms at the equator, or just north of the equator.
Now I just hear jalapenos. That's all I'm hearing. Is jalapenos.
You're going to do it now. Blame Ricky. It's Ricky's fault.
Zesty Morton's too, man. Don't forget the Zesty Morton.
You wanted some dressed all over chips and jalapenos.
Yeah, and a couple cocks of pepperoni.
The size of pepperoni you bring back, it's up to you.
No, that's what he calls them. Pepperoni cocks.
Oh, that show was brilliant.
They're redoing. So they're making a movie now. It'll be out. Yeah. It'll be out next spring. Yeah. They're filming it. They say they're filming it in Sunnyvale, which I know they're not because they're not in Truro. So
the original place was Sackville anyway.
Yes, yeah. It was.
And then they went out to Eastern Passage.
Eastern Passage, yeah.
Yeah.
And they came back to Truro.
When I was out in BC, I had a store out there, and I had somebody come in, and they wanted a shirt to say "Vote for Bubbles," and I had no idea who Bubbles was. And she said, "Oh, you've got to watch Trailer Park Boys." So I had no idea. Messaged my brother. I said, "What is this about this Trailer Park Boys?" He said, "If you haven't seen it, you got to watch it." As soon as I watched it, it was the only time I was out there that I ever felt homesick, because I literally hung out with people that lived in the trailer parks out in Sackville. And it was just perfect. I mean, those guys would have been my friends.
No, there's a lot of things that are they definitely feel like home. I lived across the trailer park when I grew up as a kid, and
yeah,
it was definitely a unique place.
I lived in one of them fucking tin cans, and I swore to God I'd never step foot in another one when I left. And to this day I haven't.
But you didn't live in one of those trailer parks they have in Sackville.
No, not the ones in Sackville. I lived in one of them tiny little fucking trailers.
Sackville. Did I ever tell you I actually knew the kid who the Bubbles character was based off of?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, growing up. It's not. I shouldn't laugh. It's really not a nice story, but he was a strange little dude, and let's just say I don't know. He had his full mental capacity, and he had a weird voice and big glasses, and when somebody identified to me who Mike Smith was, like, do you remember so and so? And I was like, oh my fuck.
So what's that guy think about it?
I don't know if he even knows. I haven't seen that kid in 30-some years, but anyway, but I actually knew who Bubbles is based off, the real person.
Huh. The same as these Skunk One clones, Marcel. The roots came right up out of the ground, eh?
Yeah.
I found that weird.
They're growing nuts. Well, mine's outside and the roots are just still in the rock wool, just starting to come out. And I said, if it dies, it dies. I don't care.
What is it? Spun rock wool?
Yeah, it's rock wool cubes. I love using rock wool cubes. I mean, you can use
Hang on, Darcy.
pods.
Hang on.
You can use a puck of dirt.
Go ahead. Show it again, Darcy.
Yeah, that's a Rockwool cube. That's a 2x2.
Well, you showed us the sheet the other day. Like last show we were on. Yeah.
You buy them on a sheet and just pull them off individually.
See the little tiny root there in the center?
Yep.
Yeah.
That just started to root. Those were the hardest clones I have ever seen to get roots on.
That's that skunk, yeah.
That Skunk One, man. Holy shit. Them raspberry berets, 4 or 5 days, man, they were fucking coming out the bottom of the cube.
I told you.
Mine is growing up nice outside. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I cut another tray of like 40 of them just in case them ones didn't take. I said, well, I'm sure 4 out of 40. I'm sure I'll get 4 out of 40. So.
Yeah, I've made a mistake. I put the raspberry beret into a smaller pot than I wanted. Than I should have.
Yes, I got some in 5-gallon pots that are going into 20-gallon pots because they're just just the structure of them now. And I put them outside and they're already 3 feet tall and 6 feet across. If that's still got another 60 days of veg. Holy shit, that's gonna be nothing but a ball of root in that pot. There's not gonna be no dirt left. So I'm gonna transplant them over into bigger pots.
Look who's back. Did you go
Yanni?
make munchies, Miss Yanni?
No, I don't feel well. I keep getting this like stabbing pain.
Yeah, you don't look
chest.
too happy today. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
The left side, your heart's on that side. That's not good.
Yeah, I know.
So let's watch Marijane have a heart attack.
Did you get hey? Whoa.
That was the cat. It was the cat. It was the cat. I saw it. Yeah.
Stabbing pain's usually not cardiac.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stabbing.
If it feels like someone's sitting on your chest or pressure like that, that's not.
No, it everything leads to stress, anxiety. I literally I'm about to do a yard sale tomorrow. It's just stress.
It's probably more anxiety, like you said.
I'm going to do one this week up at the farm. You should bring whatever you don't sell and sell it, MJ.
I'm having a yard sale.
Somebody's been having some CBN.
I'm about to. Oh, I forgot to do that. I'll do it now.
Yeah, let us know what it tastes
Shake
like.
Shake it up, buddy. Shake it up.
Horrible.
So is it like just
Shake it like you own it. So have you guys got beverages yet there, Len?
No, I wish we could.
Yeah. You don't? Do you have edibles?
No, I'll never do edibles.
Why?
Because you get taxed too much, too expensive.
Oh.
So what are freezies? Do they count as edibles?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you want to tell who it is?
No, I don't want to do. I don't want to hurt them. No, it's just this is just. I had their other one, which was THC and stuff. It didn't taste so bad, but this one's shit.
The one I had was all right. It was a cola.
What flavor is it?
It doesn't say a flavor.
MCT oil.
Is it maybe MCT, Marcel? Or Lennie, does it have MCT in it?
It does.
Yeah, see, so there's your flavor.
There's
MCT.
the flavor right there. You'll be shitting like a fucking
no,
banshee tomorrow morning.
I think it's just a little MCT. I don't really know.
Okay, wait. Does it have the list of ingredients?
Oh, I can tell you the ingredients if you want.
All right, start reading me the list of ingredients.
Let's watch
from the
Len.
word ingredients.
What do we want to do? We want to watch Mary Jane
Water,
roll
sugar.
or Len talk?
Natural flavors, including natural lavender and
We'll
chamomile.
alternate.
Cannabis emulsion, which is water, gum, coconut oil, citric acid, tocopherol, soy lecithin, sorbic acid, potassium
Holy.
sorbate, sodium benzoate. What the fuck is
Now, what's not good for you in that list?
cannabis? Citric
cannabis is
acid,
fine.
natural color, brilliant blue, allure red, sodium benzoate.
Hey, that comes from a beetle, don't it?
What?
Allure red.
Beetlejuice.
But when you list ingredients,
I think it might be maybe it's just lavender or chamomile, the flavor. I fucking hate lavender, so maybe that's probably why.
right, but when you list ingredients on the packaging, the ingredient that is used the most amount in it per volume is the one that gets listed first. And
Yeah,
then
it must
goes
be the
all way
lavender
down.
that fucking.
And cannabis was what, second to the last?
Yeah, it was way down.
I don't know,
in
Mary
the
Jane. It's 5 milligrams of CBN and 1 milligram of THC.
Yeah, and how many milligrams of all that other crap?
60 or less. 60 ml shot. Anyway, I'm trying to give a fair
Digesting.
evaluation of how well CBN will help me sleep versus like my other cannabis products that I've used.
Watch them.
Why don't they just put it in capsules, though? Like, just put it in a capsule.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not. I say I don't think this drink per se has got a future.
No.
Well, no. Like, listen, maybe a 10 milligram or whatever, like a THC shot, maybe. But the CBN one, I don't really. I wouldn't want to drink this every night to go to bed. Even if it does work, I wouldn't want to have this drink every evening.
I had some CBN flour. It was called NyQuil.
My wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I like
Lost Mary Jane.
And it was all right, Lenny. It worked pretty good.
Oh, I'm just curious. I'll see. We'll see how the product does as far as sleep goes.
Actually, I gotta get.
Not something I ever worry about.
Nope.
You know, I've been sleeping right through. It's gosh, I go to bed at like 9:30. I wake up at 4 or 5. I mean, it's like, wow.
Oh no, but just listen. People have been touting the fucking CBN. It's like, all right,
Now you try it.
Pretty much straight CBN product. Let me fucking try it.
Let's just say he's not just the president. He's also a consumer. Although this is somebody
Consumer,
else's
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I'm probably I'm going with my assumption. My THC with some CBD, it's going to probably work just as fucking well. Actually, I got something to debate here, Marcel.
Oh God, here we go.
No, this was a presentation at Lyft.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
A company that was promoting their sublingual strips.
Yeah.
Explain what those are,
THC.
please. Explain what those are,
Oh,
please.
it's like a little whatever.
They go under
strip
your
or
tongue.
something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and they were quite proud. There's the ice cream. They were quite proud that their THC strip or whatever would bypass the liver. Higher absorption of THC. Everyone else seemed quite enthralled with it, and I actually thought it might be kind of a stupid idea. What are your thoughts, Marcel?
I wish I had a ding, ding, ding.
I think when it gets into the bloodstream, especially sublingually, yeah, you would probably get some to go along with oxygen going to the brain. But I think you get more into blood going to the liver.
Well, my whole comment is traditionally when we swallowed our products, edibles, non-edible, whatever, the effect is because a lot of it is turned into 11-hydroxy THC.
Right, because it's absorbed in the small intestine.
It
with
goes to
oils,
the
with
liver
lipids,
first.
and goes to the liver, and then goes to the rest of the body.
But the usual effect of any edible that you do at home or you buy or consume, and you swallow it orally, a lot of that perceived effect is actually from the 11-hydroxy-THC. So I'm not so sure it's going to work as well or get the same effect that you're used to.
Well, we have Darcy as the example because we guinea pigged something very similar with a powdered whole plant extract and oil. And
You got to see what
to
see the results of that, Marcel.
I did that one, didn't I?
But,
is that the one I did?
No.
And that is also very large. But I'm just trying to compare.
Right.
With
This
10
was a buccal
milligrams.
thing. Well, that's what Darcy got, was about 10 milligrams. But that was way too much.
So anyway, I just found it very interesting. He was quite proud that he was bypassing the liver, and that was the whole sales pitch.
What was
he
it?
Get higher THC levels in the blood.
Does it in fact bypass the liver, though?
Oh, it does. But
you
here's
guys,
the thing.
I'm going to be up all night looking at this now.
No, it does. It will. Some will get in, but you will get less. There's no question.
Why do you
But
want
my
it?
question
Why do you
is,
want it to
really
bypass the
good
liver?
much.
Why do you want it to bypass the liver in the first place?
Well, he was trying to say he's going to get higher levels of THC in the bloodstream.
Is
which
that true?
Probably not incorrect.
Okay.
Because you're not turning something into 11-hydroxy-THC.
Okay.
Yeah.
But my point of it is, he can present this data all he wants, but you got to compare. Show me where the consumers have had your product versus another oral product, and are they happy with the outcome? It may be. It might be the same.
So wouldn't you compare that, Lenny, to being the same as taking a suppository? Because you're getting large.
Suppository bypasses it too.
Yeah, because you're putting large doses in, so it bypasses the liver, so you don't get high.
Well, this is my point with this. Are you going to get less high using the sublingual strip versus eating that same strip orally?
Yeah, and are you going to get the same?
We don't know.
I know when I put if I put oil under my tongue and let it sit there, I get one effect. If I put it on a slicker and roll it in a doobie, I get another. If I put it in my shatterizer, I get a completely different effect. Right?
Yeah, but don't forget, when you're putting it under your tongue, some does go under your tongue, but you still swallow a lot of it too.
Yeah, most of it. But you're still, it goes into the gum line. It goes into the, around the teeth.
But again, this is a strip that does dissolve really quickly. So in theory, it does go under the tongue real quick.
I won't put those strips in my mouth again. I put one of them fucking breath strips in my fucking mouth, and it.
Well, that's what this thing is. It's like a breath strip.
Felt like I was gonna. It was just like, wah! It got stuck on the roof of my mouth, and I couldn't move, and it burned. It was like, fuck.
Was it hot, Al?
Oh fuck me! It was one of them fucking. I like like red hots and shit like that. So it was one of them really really warm ones.
Oh, cinnamon! That cinnamon hot flavor.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah.
That sucks.
It got stuck on the roof of my mouth, dude.
This whole thing is this guy was quite proud that we're bypassing the liver, we're getting higher THC levels in the blood, but everyone's falling for it. But really, who gives a shit? Does it work as well to the consumer's effect that they're looking for? And he didn't present that.
That would be that's what I would wonder, Lenny, too. Is am I getting the same effect or not? Right.
We should do some comparisons right here on the show sometime.
Well, you just give people honestly, that's something we could do. Start buying a couple products here. Let's try it next week and give your reviews.
Marcel, I give you an A+.
On what?
The ice cream.
Oh, okay.
No, but I've noticed even just through different products I've consumed, be it an edible from, say, Marcel, an edible from the legal market, a soft gel from the legal. Some things I need to take more tinctures, things like depending on the formula, they don't all hit the same.
No, I got a question for Marcel actually. That batch of capsules, the batch of capsules you made, is it made with that oil, the same oil that's in that ice cream?
Yep.
I figured so, because I noticed a big difference in them capsules this time.
Good, aren't they?
Holy shit, I eat one capsule and I only have to eat one gummy, and usually I eat a capsule and 2 gummies. I'm like, holy fuck, I feel really high. I didn't even smoke anything. I'm thinking,
nobody's getting any of these brownies.
Oh, hey, I'll trade you.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. Hey, I got a big bag of shake you'd love to make hash out of.
Hey, Darcy.
What?
I got a nice big book of terpenes you can use as collateral.
So, you know...
Yeah. I got a book, Marcel.
We've just wasted another 2 hours of people's lives.
Yeah, why?
Because the show's almost over.
See, distillate does make him cranky.
Cranky. No, I'm not actually. I'm really stoned, and I need to have dinner. I didn't have dinner.
What do you have now?
I haven't decided yet, Darcy.
Chinese.
No, you know what? No, I'm kind of been turned off Chinese. The last time,
Vietnamese.
the rice was a little too soft for me. I don't like Vietnamese.
Japanese.
We don't want to
only in a Japanese restaurant. I won't.
We don't want to eases.
What's what?
Yeah, that's what he caught on.
No eases.
Eases? What's eases?
Yeah, no.
Food.
Your food. Yeah, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Mexicans?
Mexicans, yeah.
Did you? Hey, Marcel? Did you hear about Don Derringer is kind of being run through? He's been put on a hiatus. There's been some naughtiness going on behind the scenes, I guess.
Who is this?
From Q107.
What's Q107?
Radio station.
Radio
oh,
station
it on
here
screen. Show us.
Oh, shush.
Oh,
darn
no, I have no
speaking
idea.
thing.
I don't.
Yeah, are we live? Yes, we're live. Hello.
You are high.
I am.
Hey,
I don't watch news.
Before we go, I got a little bit of news.
Okay.
What?
It's about a nutrients company, and I know I can say it because they already went public about it. Psycho Nutrients just got sold. Hawthorne just bought them, and who owns Hawthorne but Monsanto Bayer Canada. So I thought any of them psycho users out there might want to know now that lovely Monsanto owns your nutrients company. Can't say that they're gonna have the same product in the end, but we'll see.
Huh.
Arsenic. I had to say it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. I guess that's it. This is the 420 radio show. Yep. We're just at the ending. You can come back. We're here every Friday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on 420 radio.
Just hang on though.
.ca. What am I hanging on for?
I'm not sure, actually.
I don't know.
I'm typing.
Oh, you're typing. Oh, he's typing a message
Dale said have a good
to
weekend.
people.
You too, Dale.
You too, Dale. I've noticed I peeked out the window the last couple of days. I haven't seen you sitting outdoors.
You're a fucking peeping Tom.
What's the red? The red one, is that YouTube or?
The red one is in the comments. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Blue is YouTube, and then I don't think we can actually see the ones that come from. Oh yes, we can, because we talked to that gal.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, because somebody was just asking if they could join us for a session. Say hi.
Well, next week, sure.
If it can be 2 hours earlier next week.
There you go. There you go.
Come on,
all right.
Wake up.
Okay.
Works for me.
Time to say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
Laters. I gotta go to work tomorrow, so see you guys.
Later.
Yeah, have a good one.
So what are you doing? Nothing. Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait,
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.